are some tips on how to create your blog for today's or this term's task in HSIE. So the first thing that you want to do is log into Classmate. Once you've done that, you will get to this page. First thing you need to do is go to the More button and go down to the Blogger part and click on that. Once you've done that, it will bring you to your blog page. Most of you have already created a blog page, so all you really need to do is create a new post. So going into new post, and I want you to title your post the names of the people in your group and HSIE, and that's it, just those names and HSIE. And maybe you could do task 1. Okay, so here's some things that we're going to add to our blog. Instead of just making it really boring and just having text, which you know how to do, I'm not going to show you any of that stuff. What I'm going to show you today is how to make your blog a little bit more interesting and engaging for the people that look at it. So the first thing that we're going to do is look at how to add a picture to your blog. So my blog is going to be about my first one's going to be about the Great Barrier Reef and how other people around the world are connected to our Great Barrier Reef in Australia. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a picture. To do that, wait a minute, I'll need to find a picture of the Great Barrier Reef. So I'm going to go Google. Computer's going very slow today, I do not know why. Great Barrier Reef, search, I want image, alright, this is a great picture that I want to use, so I'm going to click on this picture. Alright, don't know why it's stopping me from doing this. Bear with me. Alright, so we want to go view image once you've found the picture that you want. Okay, so now I've got this full-size image. What I need to do is copy and paste. So I'm just going to copy that. Do it this way. I use my shortcuts, but you can do it this way. Copy that. Go onto the Blogger. What I did before was... Sorry, it's getting all a bit confusing. So the first thing you need to do is get your picture, go onto full screen, copy that URL at the top, go back here to upload from a URL down there, paste in that URL, pictures there, add selected, that's the picture I want. It will now go onto my blog. It's a pretty big picture. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. The next thing that I'm going to show you what to do is add a YouTube video. So you might find a YouTube video that you think really suits your topic and what you've researched. So you can go here to add a video. What you can do is you can look directly on YouTube, but this part of Blogger is really good. You can go to YouTube, type in your topic, what it does here is it shows all of the videos for the Great Barrier Reef, and what you can do is just preview them. If you click on play, it will preview the movie so you can see a little bit of it and decide if that's what you want. This one goes 59 minutes, maybe not the best selection to put on your blog, but I've watched this one and this is really good, so I'm going to add this one to my blog. I just push select and then there it is, it's added to my blog. The final thing that you might want to do is add a map to your blog. And the way that we're going to do that is, excuse me for 1 minute. I'm trying to record something and you're making a noise, and now this is all going to be played in the hall and everyone's going to hear me getting angry at you. Alright, those debaters are very, very noisy people. Back to it. So I'm going to go Great Barrier Reef. This time I want a map. So if I go to maps, adding the map is probably the most tricky thing, but once again it's another useful tip to have on your blog. Alright, so of course the internet's not cooperating with me. I did just have one. Okay, so what I've got here is my map, and what I've done is I've zoomed out, and you'll see why I want to zoom out. When I found this map the first time, it was zoomed in really close onto Barrier Reef, but what I want to do is I want to zoom out so I can really see where it is, and that little A will show that for me. The next thing we need to do is come up here to this chain, push on that. Now I want to customize and preview, and the reason why I'm going to do this is just make it a smaller picture, but I don't want it to be too big, so I'm just going to click small up there, wait for it to load. Now this is the important part. You need to get all of this embed code, so make sure it is all highlighted, every single bit of it. If you have one little bit that's not highlighted, it will not work. We want to then copy this once it will let me do that. Okay, so I've copied that. Now I'm going to go back to my blog. Oh, there's the map that I was trying to get before. So if I go back to my blog now, next step is I have to go to HTML part up here. Now down the bottom is where I want to put my map, and this is the tricky part. You've got to just fiddle around with it to work out where the map will go. But if you put it in there at the bottom, I'm just going to paste, and it's going to put that code in, and this is the map. So this is all computer talk here. I go back to compose, and you'll see I've got my title, I've got my picture, I've got a YouTube video that I can watch, and I've got a map here which hasn't seemed to have loaded properly, but it will work in a minute. And the reason why it's so big now is I can navigate that, I can zoom into it, and you can change the different settings and show it in like Google Earth image and everything. So today Miss will explain to you what the task is, but I've just shown you some ways that you can create a blog. Once you've done, you click save, and that will save your blog, and then publish. The next thing that we're going to do just before we do anything else is so that we can, no, I don't want to share with Google Plus, go away. Next thing I'm going to do is just open up my blog again, view blog, and we need to get a URL, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. Okay, so this is my blog, but I want to go onto this post. Okay, so essentially what you're going to do is, for each task you're going to have lots of different posts on the right hand side there. Okay, so now that I'm in this post, you can see this URL up here. I want you to copy that URL, and this is only once you're in the post. Okay, copy that, and then go to our page that we've got set up for HSIE. Very, very slow computer. And I've created a little table here. What I want you to do is paste, then once that's done, what we're going to do later on is use all these people's posts. So imagine a lot of posts here. We're going to highlight people's posts, go on to Blogger, go onto your main page, and then we want to get back to that main page. And what we can do is we've got our reading list here. We want to add everyone's blogs onto our reading list. And I'm going to follow that. As you can see, I've already got a couple of blogs that I'm following here. And that just means that once I've got this long list of everyone's blogs, I can just click on it, go straight to that person's blog, and comment on it. And that's going to be part of our task, is commenting on other people's blogs. So if they're there in your reading list, it's very easy to just click onto it and read what they've got and post some comments onto their site. Alright, I'll leave it there, and if you have any questions, there's lots of people that you can ask. Good luck.